It's official. Bronny James has announced that he'll be entering the 2024 NBA Draft, and with all the buzz surrounding him and his dad LeBron possibly both playing together on an NBA court, I can't help but think about his younger brother Bryce James, who some people might think is actually the better of the two. More on that later, but for now, let's talk about Bryce himself. On August 21st, 2023, we got to witness some of Bryce James's on-court performances, as LeBron actually took to Twitter to share his reaction to his son's highlights and even praised him for his work, as any parent would do. And it's evident how good Bryce can be just by looking at the Courtesy Films mixtape that LeBron responded to. His wingspan makes it simple for him to finish near the rim through contact, in addition to contesting attempts. Additionally, he appears to be pulling up from deep and controlling the ball with great ease. It will undoubtedly be more difficult for Bryce to sustain every facet of his game as competition improves. But as his father often stated, hard work is the key to success. After playing summer basketball with Campbell, months later, fall then came around and Bryce decided to enroll at Notre Dame instead. But after just 3 months, he then transferred yet again, going back to Sierra Canyon, in which later on, we'll have an answer on why he decided to transfer. James played both varsity and JV basketball at Sierra Canyon. In 12 varsity games, as a sophomore, he scored 3.8 points per game for the Trailblazers. James had a more promising summer and has received a 4-star rating from 247sports.com, despite his lackluster performance in high school. On November 30, 2023, Bryce James finally returned to the floor on a Wednesday night, this time representing Sierra Canyon High School in Chatsworth, California. Bryce only played for 15 minutes, but put on a solid performance, showcasing his mix of offense and defense by scoring 6 points off the bench with 2 steals, 3 assists, and 1 block in the convincing 86-24 victory at home against Moore Park High School. Bryce's mother, Savannah James, watched from the sidelines as his father, LeBron James, participated in a game as the Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Detroit Pistons 133-107 on the road. Now, although many were happy for Bryce returning to Sierra Canyon, there are still a few that may wonder why he decided to return again to his past school, and well, it's quite simple. A lot of it had to do with the California Interscholastic Federation, or the CIF, Southern Section deeming James ineligible for transferring within Sierra Canyon's conference, and he would have to sit out half of the season at Notre Dame. With his transfer back to Sierra Canyon, he was ruled eligible immediately due to the CIF Southern Section's ABA rule. As a sophomore, Bryce's older brother, Bronny, played for Sierra Canyon for 4 years, while he only played a few minutes. Before going to USC for his senior year, Bronny participated in the Nike Hoop Summit and started every game. He was also selected a McDonald's All-American. Under head coach Andre Cavalier, Bryce is playing with some of his closest friends and teammates from Sierra Canyon's squad last year, as well as the AAU circuit. He is also returning to a familiar offensive approach. It's really great to have Bryce back, teammate Justin Pippen told Yahoo Sports. He opens the floor up for better spacing and is an additional threat along the perimeter. He plays the right way and we're all really excited he's back on the team. And based on the 24/7 Sports scouting report by the scouting director, it tells us that there's a need to know more about Bryce James. And I quote, "Bryce James is the son of LeBron James, and that means, like his older brother Bronny, he's under the microscope. Bryce needs to be given time and space to run his own race though. He may not be the dynamic athlete or playmaker some expect at first, but he's a fundamentally sound player with a solid perimeter size and a good early skill set. He possesses clear shooting potential with naturally soft touch, compact release, and the ability to make both threes and pull-ups. His left hand is advanced for his age, and he also has a good early understanding of the game. Physically, he has a solid build for an underclassman, but is still just growing into his body a bit, and so far from a finished product. Although Bryce James managed to help Sierra Canyon to a 26-4 record, they would eventually lose to St. Joseph in the CIF state playoffs. And a month later, soon after that loss, Bronny just received a scholarship offer to play Division I college basketball from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania's renowned Duquesne University. It's actually quite interesting, because Coach Keith Dambrot, who is presently leading the respected Duquesne Dukes, used to, believe it or not, actually coach LeBron while he was a student at St. Vincent St. Mary in Akron, Ohio. Bryce James is rated as a notable 4-star prospect in the recruiting class of 2025. Bryce is starting to show himself as a potential first-round pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, as he develops and hones his skills. Due to his skills, Bryce has gained a lot of attention. Many see him as a more promising prospect than his older brother Bronny James, who is ranked as a 5-star prospect for the 2023 recruiting class. While the influence of his father's legacy casts huge expectations on him, Bryce remains steadfast in forging his unique journey, showcasing the undeniable lineage inherited from LeBron. Following in the footsteps of his acclaimed brother, Bronny James, Bryce has carved his own path to prominence. Presently enrolled at Campbell Hall in California, Bryce boasts a 4-star recruit status, positioning him at 148th nationally in the class of 2025. His impressive ranking even included him at number 22 at the shooting guard position and number 18 overall for prospects in the state of California. But as much as we want to talk about Bryce and what he's accomplished so far in his tenure, we'll now be taking a look at the comparisons between him and his brother Bronny. What are the similarities and differences in their game? Find out as we take a deep dive right now. To differentiate the two, we must first recognize their skill set and their playing style. Bryce James is currently standing at 6'6" and weighs in at 180 pounds. Though his wingspan remains undisclosed, we can assume that his wingspan might be a little longer than his height. And the scary thing about all this is the fact that Bryce has plenty more room to grow as he's only 16 years old. Moving on though, Bryce has been mostly praised for his exceptional ball handling, basketball IQ, and scoring ability. His agility, court vision, and shooting range make him a versatile player on the court. His ability to create scoring opportunities for himself and his teammates sets him apart at a young age, which the same thing cannot be said about Bronny. Bronny James is currently standing at 6'4" and is weighing in at 210 pounds, with a 6'7" wingspan. He is more of a defensive-minded player, and with that is his athleticism, scoring ability, and defensive prowess that have been key components of his game. Bryce's mentality and focus on constant improvement suggest a promising trajectory for his basketball career. Moving on to their mentality about the game. It is well known that Bryce James has a strong work ethic and is committed to raising his level of play. His dedication to training, picking up knowledge from seasoned teachers, and always improving his abilities show maturity well beyond his years. Bronny James has demonstrated a similar commitment to honing his craft, displaying a strong work ethic and a thirst for improvement. His dedication to the game and the early mentorship of his father LeBron James has undoubtedly influenced his approach to the sport a lot faster than Bryce, shaping him into a determined, more experienced, and focused athlete. Now, we move on to their potential growth as players. Bryce's early development and skill set indicate a much higher potential for growth and adaptability as he progresses through his basketball journey. His versatility on the court and the willingness to learn from various playing styles and strategies at such a young age positions him as a player capable of thriving in different situations on the court. Bronny, on the other hand, has showcased his ability to adapt to different playing styles and game situations, highlighting his potential for growth and versatility. His experience and exposure to high-level competition have contributed to his adaptability and preparedness for future challenges in his basketball career. To summarize it up, the comparison between Bryce James and Bronny James is a testament to the immense talent and potential within the James family. While Bronny has been a prominent figure in the basketball world due to his early exposure and skill set, Bryce's emergence as a top prospect signifies the depth of talent within the James lineage. Both players possess the qualities and work ethic necessary for success in the sport, and it's their continued development and growth that will ultimately determine their respective paths in basketball. As Bryce continues to develop and carve his own legacy into the sport, the potential for him to surpass his brother Bronny is expected due to his early skill set, work ethic, mentality, and adaptability. But comparing aside, the future holds great promise for both Bryce and Bronny, and their individual journeys in basketball are poised to captivate fans and analysts alike for years to come. And with Bronny looking to get drafted by a team in 2024, it gives us something to look forward to, whether or not LeBron will actually join Bronny and leave the Lakers to play with his son. And with Bryce coming along soon, possibly for the 2026 draft, could we possibly end up seeing LeBron, Bronny, and Bryce on the same court altogether? Leave your comments down below if you think so. And please don't forget to leave a like, as well as subscribe to Hoop Holes, and click that notification bell for more videos just like this one.